guys. Welcome to the Love Academy podcast. I am your host, Damilola. I welcome you to another beautiful episode because I'm sure you would enjoy every part of today's episode. With me in the studio today, I have three amazing personalities. But before I reveal them, I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining, this is the Love Academy podcast. Like I said before the break, I have three amazing personalities here with me today, and together we'll be talking on the topic of today. So I'm going to start with Miss Praise Alafia Tayo. Welcome.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, and then to my left is Mr. Edet Jeremiah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And then my humble Nonso Efuge. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for coming. God bless you. Okay, so let's dive properly into the topic of today. Our topic today says what to do while waiting. That is what to do while waiting, or while waiting to get into a relationship, or maybe while waiting to get married. But basically, what to do. So I'm going to start with Praise. They say ladies first.
Yeah.
So Miss Praise, tell us, what exactly do you feel young people should do whilst they're waiting?
Okay, thank you very much.
In one word, what do you think they should do while waiting?
Well, I would say in one sentence, I would say find yourself. And in finding yourself, you get to explore a whole lot of healthy things. You know, in finding yourself, you get to enjoy your singleness. You get to enjoy your waiting period. You're not looking to find soul happiness or fulfillment in another person, but you're finding it while you're single, while you're waiting. So in my opinion, I would say find you. Do things that make you happy. Go on adventures, travel, go on solo dates, make amazing friends, and build proper relationship. Don't just focus on being I'm waiting. So while I'm waiting, I'll just be in that depressed season, or I'll keep keeping on to myself or holding back to myself. But try amazing things. Find a new church, do something, write a book, do something really, and then build yourself to while waiting. So whenever you meet your partner, whoever the person is going to be, you're coming into this person's life as a plus. You're coming into this person's life as someone who's already built.
Wow,
and
that's
still great.
Beautiful. You're coming in as a plus. I got that. Okay, over to you, sir. What do you think young people should do whilst they're waiting?
Okay, what young people should do whilst waiting? It was Jesus who was teaching, and he says, I want to give you a new commandment. He says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, for a very long time, I pondered on that scripture. Why would we love our neighbors like we love ourselves? And one will be wondering how this relates to a love relationship. I would explain. You see, there are a lot of things about yourself you would not know till you enter a relationship. You know, those jealousy, the insecurity. You will think you're all made up till you enter. You're like, who was that called you? And all this kind of stuff. So Jesus saying, love your neighbor as you love yourself. He was indirectly saying, love yourself so you can love your neighbor. Now, when you love yourself, you will see the need for personal development. You will see the need to be a plus to everybody that comes towards you. You see a need to impact even in the littlest form of relationships. And so what are the ways we need to build ourselves so that we can freely give out love? You know, a lot of things plays out our background, our experiences, culture. And so you see people holding, I don't want to express how much I love people, but Jesus is saying, there is something you need to do to yourself so that you can give love freely. And so there are 4 things I believe every single person should work on. Firstly, your spiritual growth. Yes, you know, we live in a world where, sadly, Africa, there are a lot of background issues, traditional culture, everything, all these limiting belief systems. So the first way to, you know, build yourself while single is working on your spiritual life, getting close to God, prayers, everything. You know, there are things, the Bible says there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end is destruction. So that drive to enter a relationship, lessen it, please. Make sure you know, yes, you need to lessen it, because there is something that can happen as a casualty. So during those seasons, you grow spiritually. The second phase is that you grow mentally. You know, I, for one, I love intelligence, and I'm not sure I would love to put up with somebody, you just throw a little humor and you cannot decode. Like, the whole thing is boring. You know, that thing can kill your mental stretch as a person. And who is visionary, you study a lot, and you're like, Hey, the next thing, explain everything, explain. Like
it can be tiring.
It's tiring. So for you not to be a burden to anybody you're entering their life, you know, people think singleness is a bad thing. No, it's a stage for preparation too.
Wow.
And so yes, during that stage, I make sure that I'm mentally sound. I can give wise counsel. I can give wise judgment. You know, the one I was with my boss a day like that, and he was supposed to run a business transaction, and his wife called. He said, "Sorry, I will not be able to meet up, but I trust your decisions."
Wow, beautiful.
Do you know that thing stuck in my brain? There are some people. I'm coming home. Wait for me. Don't do any single thing.
It has to be me or nobody.
It has to be me. Like I trust your decision. And so you know how much of a plus you are when you're mentally transformed. Sound judgment, wise counsel. You can act independently. And so the third way is emotionally.
Emotional balance.
Emotional balance. You have to grow emotionally. People would like to downplay this factor, but I'm telling you, this is the truth. Every insecurity is stemmed from an emotional experience. Every, you know, trust issues, you see them, boo, the pride, it's just something trying to appeal to the mind that, okay, I was denied genuine love. And so I've seen somebody in the past who was hurtful, who made me feel certain way. And the more you play with the emotional part, you'll be so surprised. You'll be spiritually balanced, mentally sound, but very wicked lover. Yes, I know what I'm telling you. You'll be a very wicked lover. The silent treatment, you can just go a day without calling her. And people see out there praying in tongues so fiery, but you remember you're just a victim of the emotional part. So deal with this emotional part. You're quickly jealous. You're easily jealous. Tell your lover, okay, I'm a jealous person. Just send me a one-time picture of where you are. It will make me relieve. You understand? So, no, I know. If you expect to want to do this thing experientially, or if you want to just be doing, theory, we're talking about practical stuff. Some of us can feel jealous. Okay, if you're going up, let me know. Oh, this is where I am. I send a picture. You know, it makes me relieve. Then over time, I can build trust, and that emotional backlog of people manipulating me in the past gets erode away. So I started with 1 year spiritual. Get things right spiritually. It's not all by the physical eyes, the beauty, the looks and all. Make sure you're grounded spiritually. Secondly, have to do with your mental transformation. Anybody that's coming to me should know I'm a plus. I'm valuable. If you work on your mental and spiritual, do you know people will not use you anyhow?
Of course.
They see you as an asset. And then thirdly, I talked about this point, emotional. And lastly, the financial part.
Very important.
Now, do you know, someone will be listening to me and hear me say the financial part. Someone will be thinking I'm talking to men only. It's a lie. Do you know, there are some people you meet, they are all good, but the series of problems. No, believe me, it's true. Serious is a serious issue. Just today, the sibling is down. Just tomorrow, this one is down. And you're a young man trying to build. There's this the guy that will move. I'll move. So this has been a very, very serious factor why people don't get into relationships. I know what I'm telling you. So, irrespective of the fact that you're in a hurry, make sure you be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and this financial part. Money is not secluded to men alone. This is why I see some videos online. I see the husband locked the store. I could not eat. Like, you're that invaluable. No.
Wow.
And so step up the value game. Discover your giftings. I teach a lot about personal development. Know your place in God. Discover your giftings, your potential. Refine them. Be useful to society. And once you're done with these 4 points, you are a plus to whoever. This is one God says, I give you. You say, I thank God I met you. It's like, you see, and that's this was my contribution on this wise.
Thank you so much. That was powerful. I love that. Mr. Nonso.
Wow.
Over to you. So what would you advise people do whilst they're waiting to get into a relationship?
Okay, I think my colleagues have already said almost everything.
Yeah.
So I would say while waiting, I would say wait, which for me is an abbreviation, which I would say wait, which is work, attitude, intentions, and temptation.
Wow.
So like work on your attitude, work on your intentions, and work on your temptations. And you have to be really aware of these three things, your attitude, because these are things that we turn a blind eye to. We lie to ourselves in these three ways. Our attitude, we lie to ourselves in our intentions, we lie to ourselves in our temptations. So a lot of people don't even know that probably like finance is a temptation, which is actually a very fragile part, as he said. It's very, very important. Nobody wants to agree I love money.
Actually do love money.
You get they try to create a balance for it, and right now gluttony has become cravings. A whole lot.
Money has become soft life.
Understanding girlfriend.
So and the world has given a positive name to bad characters, to diseases, and just to make people live comfortably with it. And you find out that your confidence in your own mistake, in your own errors, and because you, especially with, I hear people talk about signs. I'm not the whole I'm Scorpio, I'm this and that. This has brought a lot of problem in our generation, where they say, oh, I'm Scorpio, so this is why I act like this. And they say I match with, is it Tiger or something?
So say Sangwai.
You get something. Also, if you're Sagittarius, I see why we are not watching. That's a lie. All those things, first of all, are gods, and for you to actually label yourself without knowing yourself based on a theory of another man, I think that's a big error.
Wow.
That's a very big error. So you should also, aside you waiting, as I just explained, you should also know yourself, know God, know your destiny, and know the relationship, the kind of people you need around your space. Because if at the end of the day you've waited and you've actually been able to know yourself and know certain things, and you don't put the boundary or structure within the kind of people you have around you, you're going to corrupt what you've known within the long time. Because, for example, now when you want to now go and take advice, when you've waited for long, you've done your due diligence, but the only way you didn't focus on is the people around you. Now, if something happens, and probably you have your weak state, no matter how much you build yourself, there's no man is an island. You would have to be dependent on someone, because certain situations can actually shift your intelligence. You won't even be able to be dependent on all those things you know anymore. You need to come to someone you trust. And if the person you've actually trusted for a while, you didn't even know that person wasn't really knowledgeable about relationship, or didn't know how to perceive certain things, just because all you did while you were waiting with that person was going to cold stone. Actually, so you really did test the person's mindset. Now you've come to now you spent so much time with this person, and now you're married. You didn't know the person had an ideology about marriage, but because of the space where you guys found your friendship, you didn't have the privilege to discuss about marriage. I didn't know this person thinks this way. And now you get into a relationship or marriage, and now you're confiding in this person, and the person now has an influence on you with time, that you now trust the person. The person tells you something that would look positive or look like lights to you, which would actually be the beginning of your whole damnation. And you now trust that person, and you now start implementing that thing in the relationship. You now see that you're acting on the basis of someone who you trusted, and you're just another person. And even the person you're dating is wondering, who are you? Like, how? And you won't even know at that point in time. It's going to really take the gift of the Holy Spirit and self-awareness for you to know that this is not you. You're just acting on the advice of someone you trusted or looked upon. And the next day, everything you've spent the time waiting, getting the right person, just comes crumbling at you. So this is why you must really focus on those 4 things. Like I said, you're knowing yourself, knowing God, knowing your destiny, and also the relationship, people you have around you.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank you so much, sir.
In fact, I'm loving it here. Okay, so I'll start with you again, please.
All right.
So, with the influence of social media, people out there, friends, Christmas is coming, season,
Matching pajamas.
You're there. So how do you deal with pressure? Trust me, there's a lot of pressure around young people. So your friend is in a relationship and they're going out, their pictures, videos online, we're going out, we're hanging out, and all of that. Do you get he bought me this? Probably someone very close to you, and all the time she's talking about her relationship. Trust me, the pressure is there. Sometimes this pressure can almost push you to even settle for someone just for that. I'm in a relationship, So how do you tell young people out there, how do you deal with such things? Should I call it temptation now? The pressure. How do you deal with that? How do you do? What would you say to people out there?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Now, one of the things that I would say, I'm talking from experience and have amazing friends, and I'm someone who you would enjoy talking with, giving me just because I would genuinely gas you up. I love it. Tell me and everything, but one of the things that we need to do as humans is to genuinely build healthy contentment, because it's difficult. Now, let's say I'm your friend now, and I come to tell you, oh, he bought me this, we're going to this, and you are single to default. You're so single that if someone has not asked you out in a long time, I come and tell you that, oh, so he bought me this, my man bought me this, and you're human, you're my friend. You'll be so excited, but deep inside, do you understand? When someone call and say, oh, hi babes, are you home? And I'll be like, oh no, I'm not feeling fine. Okay, he's like, don't worry, I ordered something for you, but you're there. No one is even calling you. Your phone is not ringing. And the thing is, I'll still go back to what I said earlier on, is when you build healthy distractions. Imagine if you have to like go out, maybe you have female friends or even male friends you get to hang out with and everything. There is just that circle of people checking in on you. Do you understand? I'm a thoughtful person. If you're my friend, once in a while I just feel, oh, I should give you something. Do you understand? And likewise. So I would honestly say healthy contentment. Talk to yourself, because we're humans and every human have that weakness, that flaws. You do not know that you are a wicked person till you're put in that position. That you have to you understand that you're put in that position. So like me, I would honestly say that I would build healthy contentment. It is not easy, but while I'm waiting, I am doing other things to distract me. I'm probably taking a course here, I'm linking up with my friend in town, or we're going to this place, or we're doing this. I'm praying, I'm asking God to genuinely help me, you understand, to help me feel better. I am making healthy relationship. So that when I'm a woman, when the man comes, I am not finding complete happiness from him. I'm not finding fulfill. Of course, we're going to complement each other. I'm not finding, okay, come and fulfill my destiny. I'm not finding, do you understand? I'm already so built. I'm already contented. So when he comes, I just enjoy the moment. If I'm not building this and he comes eventually, I am now pouring every single thing. Babe, you must try this. You must buy this for me. You must do this. You must. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry that I want to finish it. So I would say feed yourself with healthy things. I mean, the content. I know it's easy to say than to do, because we're humans. It's easy to say, but you have to remind yourself that eventually you'll be married someday, or you'll be in a healthy relationship someday, and then work on yourself. Sometimes some of us are not working on ourselves, appearance, mindset, a whole lot of things. So I'll just say build healthy contentment and be happy for your friend, because God is in your neighborhood.
The line is moving.
Yes, and if you ever feel jealousy, I'll say talk to yourself, talk to a friend, or talk to God. It will help you.
Wow, thank you so much. We had that. Talk to yourself. You can actually talk to yourself and reply yourself. Okay. So, Sam, so there's this new trend, right?
Okay.
It's called talking stage. Personally, I feel that thing is a scam, but let's just talk about it a bit. We're just going to dive into it. So, it's called talking stage. So 4 months you're talking, somebody's talking to you, getting to know yourself. 6 months you're still talking. 8 months you're talking. 1 year you're still talking.
2 years.
And the most painful part of it is that this talking stage drama, sometimes you guys don't even end up dating.
Yes.
So you're just doing talking while still talking. Do you think while somebody is waiting to get into a relationship, he or she should engage in that talking stage? Do you feel you should be talking to somebody? Okay, we're just talking, we're not actually dating. I'm waiting, or maybe peradventure God I told you, we're not getting into a relationship.
I understand you.
But should I involve or get busy and just keep talking to somebody? At least there's somebody that will check up on me somewhere.
Yeah, actually, I
do
get
you think you should just be on your own, or engage with the opposite sex, just talking, nothing serious, no dating, no strings attached, but you're just talking?
Okay, you see, it's kind of similar to the other question, how to distract yourself. You know, she was talking about healthy distractions. This talking stage you are saying, so people see it as a distraction. I wouldn't say talking stage is bad. Yes, talking stage is actually one of the best things that's evolved in this generation. Believe me, because here you get to know people. Now you have a picture that they like you. You can now see them being vulnerable. Unlike those days, they just come. I saw a fowl in your garden. They say, "My daughter." It's when I enter the house. Then now this one. This talking stage gives you the privilege to be, jovial with this person, laugh with this person, and as you're laughing, they'll tell you I'm a very wicked person.
Until you start the
relationship.
So you can deduct from the way they handle crisis. I mean, a lot about crisis management. small thing.
You just charge.
You charge in your monster. Run. No. Yeah. So talking stage has helped people evolve a lot, but you see, the main reason why people are stretched talking stage is just a revelation of lack of vision. In my own opinion, it's lack of vision. Because you see, your spouse and whoever you meet in terms of marriage, dating, relationship is an ideology. And this ideology is a reflection of your level of transformation per time and season. This is why you can say, I want somebody that is God-fearing. And it admits those who will come, find, givers, loving, but you don't see that feature of being God-fearing. Your mind begins to kick it. Though you are getting attached to him, but something is telling you something is wrong, something is wrong, something is wrong. This is the singular reason why people dwell so much on talking stages. Because they don't have anything that has preoccupied their minds. They don't have a picture of what a spouse should look like. They don't have a picture of what dating should look like. Right now I have a picture, okay, dating is a step to marriage, a relationship, getting to know each other, cutting and all that. And so if I'm in a talking stage with anybody, my whole mindset is circled around getting to be married. This is why you need to start asking questions after 1 month, 2 months, like, bro, I don't understand. You understand, because you are visionary. You know that, okay, God has told you to settle down at this time of life and all those kind of stuff. So Paul was teaching them in Hebrews 6:12. He says that you will not be slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience obtain promises. You would actually think is maybe build a stature. No. It is follow men who have visions, who have received visions from God. And so during those seasons, you can just scroll to YouTube and watch Pastor Mildred Okonkwo and Pastor Kingsley, and they say something. You can say, oh, I want to do something like this. And anybody that doesn't come aligned with your vision, it's easier to tell him, bro, this is not heading anywhere. So the fact that you don't have visions, nothing is occupying, that's why you've been enjoying every day is calling you. You don't want to know because you two just want to carry along. So have visions, be standardized on your visions and run with it. Talking stages are beautiful. They're in fact one of the best things in this generation, but you must not allow yourself to stretch it. And I'm telling you that you can stretch it if you lack visions. So your visions should tell you, this is time to end this. Oh, I do not see that kind of man in you conversing with you. I do not see that kind of man going out with you. So this is all. That's what I think.
Thank you so much. Mr. Noso, you want to add to that?
Yeah, first of all, I feel attacked,
No,
because now, based on experience, I learned a lot from what he just said. Because I've been in that position. Yeah, and in such situation now, from my own experience, I think in such situations, there are times where someone can have, as much as you have the vision and you see that, okay, this person is what you want, but there are other expectations that this person might not be meeting up to. So what are your primary visions? What are your temporary visions? I think these are the problem where people mistake the temporary ones for the primary ones. Whereas what's going to keep you in a marriage is I'm going to talk from my own experience. Now, what's going to keep you in a marriage is probably a very kind man, a humble man, so someone who loves God. Now you find all these things, but our world has introduced something else. Now you also need a man who's going to buy you flowers, chocolates, text you in the morning, calls. Now a whole lot of people, these things are very paramount to them, very important. So much that they can even kick the fact that you're humble, kind, and love, God-fearing. You're not. They will kick all those things out. And now what they want is they're being driven by the early morning text, the early morning call, and probably their thing. Then this is something you're not used to. And it's a very big deal for them. So would you say, so some people's visions are early morning text messages. You see it. And they are ready to kick out every other thing just to fulfill that part. And I think once your vision is being stated, you should also know that, okay, what is really needed for the longevity of this relationship, because there are certain things you will not have everything. That's one thing I think that's one thing I found out. You will not have everything. And if you're coming into a talking stage relationship with someone, come with an open mindset. That you're learning this person, because people come with expectations. I see him, oh, he dresses smart, he has his things together, and there are things, this guy will be well arranged. You've assumed a whole lot of things in your head that you expect, and you enter just because of that. And now probably he's well dressed and all, but probably I'm also well dressed and all. But when I come back, I don't have the time to put my clothes on the laundry basket. I hang it on the wardrobe. You don't like it on the wardrobe. As that thing is, now you don't know about all of this. Now you see it happen. You see it happen on the talking stage, but yet you turn a blind eye on it. Know that this is this person. Are you going to forbid or find a system around that thing and focus on the value that person has that is going to keep you really happy? Because there are times where there are certain challenges you would have, right, that won't come in the talking stage. Where that value that he has, the humble and kindness, you will not. It won't be tested during the talking stage because nothing really has really come. But what is called the test that's coming is the early morning text message, the flower, remind me of the birthday thing. Those are the tests, and he's failing it. But when you've now entered marriage, what you now start looking for is a kind man. But now that man comes and sends you the text message, buys you the chocolate, you're lured and say, oh, this person loves me so much. Now the real test of time comes in. What you really need is kindness. Someone who cannot be abusive verbally. And now you didn't know that man really has, that this man has all those things, but there was an atmosphere, and that atmosphere only comes when you're in marriage or deeply into marriage. So I think we all should really state what we really want, and the vision should be long term, not the short term things. The ice cream, all these things can come in. If you're that kind of person, show it to the man. I think there's a problem where we want something, and the best way for someone to learn, I hear, is only babies that learn by what they see, but trust me, even adults to learn by what you show them. And that's the truth.
So are you saying
love the person? Yes, the way. So if you're the one that likes to go out, and this person is probably busy, he's okay within his space. He can be at home 24 hours, and he's not bored. But you want to be going out, eating, doing all those things. Don't feel bad that you're the lady. Initiate it, because I found out one thing. Long term, there's usually a switch of character.
Very true.
You begin to switch. You find out that the person who used to be the boring one, it becomes the lively one because you have picked it from you. And now you yourself, you're not tired. You've been so excited. You've been so excited all your whole life. Do you get? So if we could actually look at these things, now this is the things we usually miss out in talking stages. The primary things that would actually keep you there. And the word social media, and I think social media, as much as done so much good, it has introduced a lot of people's love life, the Western love life, and it has come into our world now. And there are things we see that, oh, if this thing is not there, it can't, the relationship can't work. But that's not the starting point. You're looking at something that just keep you. Flowers, chocolates, every other different kind of things. It can come, but just make sure also the person you're working with, if the person is also teachable. And the person is saying, oh, I'm really sorry, this is not part of me, but I will learn it. It's gradually. I'm not used to this thing. You know that all this person is actually listening to you and trying to put effort. And when you see him doing it, maybe even though he does it twice a month, that should also count. But now you want to see it 3 times in a week, and you're forcing it within a short period of time. It's really not possible. So during the talking stage, make sure that what you're looking for is something that is really solidified. And that's where coming to know yourself and having a reasonable relationship with other people, because you need to have experienced people who will let you know and tell you, see, I've been here, I've done that, and not just making friends with people within your age range. You also need to have like really older people. Yes, because there are scars from younger people, there are scars from older people. Find people who have gone beyond time. Find people who are still less in time, and have them around you, and just build
let me just give a short template on what to check out for when you're talking stages, so that this one that is fast. Number 1, spirituality. Don't waste time. Yes, start with spirituality. Secondly, mental. You see, this mental thing I'm talking about, it is something that tells you you're not supposed to use harsh word. I don't know how to express it, but you see, anybody that's really mentally enlightened knows how to balance atmospheres. He knows when to speak. There's emotional intelligence. You know these words will be hurtful, and so you keep quiet and all those. And so check the spirituality, discuss the mental factor. What are the books you read? Who do you listen to? As played by example, on TikTok 6 hours, 8 hours a day.
Very true.
Go for the emotional part, then come back to the financial part. Discuss all these 4 parts. And when you start discussing using these 4 as a template, it's easier to let anybody go. You're like, hi, this one, I go talk time. But on the flip side, there are times where God tell you. I recall when I was starting to talk with somebody and I could feel the gap in knowledge, and I wanted to move. And God told me, Jeremiah, remember when you started, what did you know? That thing touched me. What did you know? You can know the foolishness in terms of making decisions, constructive. Was I speaking well? What did I know? It was over time I was submitted to books, mentorship, even rising to a point where I begin to mentor others. But God was telling me something very powerful. You see, most of the people who come into your life, just make sure that there's something like you're talking about, teachability.
Yeah.
And so able to grow.
Exactly. And make sure that they have an overall picture. You can run with this too. This is where this person can learn. I need to give you gifts in the morning. It's not this, you understand, get your point. So make sure that there is something called teachability and that this person has a hold on something they are pursuing. Every other little things can come within the brain. So those two things are what I believe we should base on.
Yes. Amazing.
So amazing. Wow, that is great. Okay, so in conclusion, please, what would you say to somebody out there who is waiting? That person is just waiting, you know. What would you say to that person? Or maybe from your experience personally, what would you say to that person? In conclusion now. Very good.
Thank you very much. I first say don't give up, but that's on a lighter note. While we are waiting, you know, like we said earlier on, let's be realistic. It can be, the pressure can be getting worse, but the pressure is getting worse. The pressure can be so much, and also I'll honestly say, I'll reiterate back to what I said earlier on, is find something to do that will make you happy, and do not make your life all about relationship, all about marriage is an amazing thing, relationship is an amazing thing, but do not tie yourself to, if I do not marry this time, if I don't date this time, I won't move, I won't, you understand? So find something else amidst this whole relationship wave. Find something else to do. You understand? Pick up your career while waiting for love. So it helps to create that balance. Pursue God. It helps to create that balance. Create memories, good memories. Travel.
That you won't even get.
Do you understand? You get your passport. Travel to an African country. If you don't have maybe enough funds for like. You understand? Just do something that will make you. Will start a business. Just start something while you're waiting, but do not put yourself under a do or die affair. That if I do not enter a relationship, I won't be complete.
Wow, thank you so
Enjoy
much.
singleness.
Thank you so much, Miss Praise. Very quickly, 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Your last word said to somebody.
My word to somebody who is out there waiting. Sincerely, we feel what you feel. And you know, we don't discuss here. No, there are some people that have pressure issues. Parents tell you from age 25 and you're not 30 and they're still telling you, wait man.
Yeah,
you know, it's easy to talk here. Like you don't know how psychological it can be. And so we want to first tell you that we understand how you feel. And personally, I would still trust God with you. I don't believe there's a distance, but as long as you're waiting and you're building, believe me, God will bring somebody your way. So just maintain that grip whilst you wait. Make sure you're that person who will be so happy the wait was worth it. It was worth the wait. So wait patiently. We know what you feel. And believe me, when God sends that person, you will smile and you'll be thanking God you waited. So hold on tight. Develop yourself. Love God. Be happy for others. Celebrate people. Cheer up, find your visions, work on them, and I'm telling you, we'll be happy you did so.
You had that in conclusion, sir.
Well, in conclusion, I would say, for those who are watching, be very much aware of yourself, and whatever experience you've had, don't put the blame on your spouse or anything. I would always advise, take responsibility for both your actions and the person's actions. That's the best way to move. Because if you even leave a little part of responsibility for that person and the person is not there, it will still be a load on you. You might not learn everything. So take responsibility for both your actions, learn from the other person's action, and bring it to God. Like come naked to God and tell him, this is it. This is what they said I am. A lot of people are living based on what their exes said, and they've built into that character. Not like that.
And it's not
a stronghold to them. And they've become what they said. Just because of how much they were vulnerable to that person or how much they trusted that person. So first of all, put all those things down and go to the Word of God and find out what He has told you that you are, and run with it. Build yourself with those words, and just find peace and know that happiness is a choice and it's not based on the atmosphere. So marriage is not an atmosphere to be happy. You have to first be happy with yourself as a person, and you cannot come into marriage. So just make sure you make the choice daily and be intentional about being happy. That's just it for me.
Wow, thank you so much. I got that last part, and I'm sure you did too. Said be happy. Marriage is not an avenue for you to, to be happy. You have to be happy and be intentional about your happiness as a person. Thank you so much, Miss Praise. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
sir, for coming.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
ma'am.
so
Thank you
much.
so much, ma'am.
Guys, we have come to the end of today's episode, and I'm sure you enjoyed every part of it because I did. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until I come your way next time, I am Damilola Banjo. Bye.